it would be fatal for the nation to overlook the urgency of the moment. That was Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s warning to us when he delivered his dream of racial reconciliation on that August day over 50 years ago. This sweltering summer of the Negro's legitimate discontent will not pass until there is an invigorating autumn of freedom and equality. 1963 is not an end, but a beginning. Dr. King's dream began with freedom and equality. He dreamed of the beauty in the soul of every human. I have a dream that one day, down in Alabama with its vicious racists, one day right there in Alabama, little black boys and black girls will be able to join hands with little white boys and white girls as brothers and sisters. This young leader of the Southern Christian Leadership Conference has won enough victories to be immortalized as a hero, an icon of human rights, a symbol of humanity. It's his dream of all men being free at last that resonates with us so deeply. Let me tell you about another dream, and we don't have to go far to find it. This second dreamer occupies this space that was set aside as a center to commemorate Dr. King's legacy. Right before me stands a statue of Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. Most people know him as Mahatma, which means great soul. Gandhi was from a different country. He was from a different race, and he had a very different dream. Gandhi's dream was to make sure that little black boys and little black girls never played together with little Indian boys and little Indian girls. 50 years before apartheid, Gandhi moved to South Africa after finishing his education as a lawyer in England. South Africa was a British colony at the time. The colonizers had already established a two-tiered system of racial segregation. Immediately after arriving in South Africa, Gandhi moved to the city of Durban. There, in Durban, he encountered a problem. Buildings were racially segregated. At the city post office, he saw that there was a two-tiered system of separate entrances. One entrance was for white people, and the other was for non-white people. We felt the indignity too much, said Gandhi. Gandhi, the lawyer, leaped to action. The problem, he said, was that the Indian is put on the same level with the native black Africans. He petitioned the authorities to do away with this distinction. The government listened to his appeal. They did what he asked. Boasting about the victory, Gandhi said that separate entrances will now be provided for the three communities. 3 doors instead of 2. Indians no longer had to share a door with blacks. Thanks to Gandhi's efforts, South Africans got a 3-tiered system of racial segregation. The first seeds for apartheid were sown. Gandhi clearly explained his reasons for separating Indians from Africans. He said, a general belief seems to prevail in the colony that the Indians are a little better, if at all, than the savages or the natives of Africa. Even the children are taught to believe in that manner, with the result that the Indian is being dragged down to the position of a raw kafir. Gandhi thought it was a terrible mistake to treat Indians and Africans as equals. Instead, he argued that Indians and Europeans were the real equals. He claimed that both the English and the Indians spring from a common stock called the Indo-Aryan. Gandhi wanted Indians to be treated as Aryans. Let's take another look at the American Civil Rights Movement. Almost 10 years before Dr. King told us about his dream, a brave woman challenged the vicious racists of Alabama. Rosa Parks refused to move to the back of the bus. She stayed in her seat in defiance. She knew that all people are created equal. We know what Rosa Parks did, but what would Gandhi do? After spending 21 years in South Africa, Gandhi moved back to India. Just like South Africa, India was a British colony, and it had a different kind of segregation called the caste system. Gandhi was born in a rich, high caste family. He had a high-paid career as a lawyer. He wasn't disadvantaged like the low caste. He wasn't excluded like the outcast. He had a privileged life. In India, Gandhi reassured his high caste friends that he wanted to keep the system going strong. "I believe in caste division on the basis of birth," he said. "One acquires one's caste by birth." What about low caste people? What was their place? Should they refuse to move to the back of the bus? Gandhi explained that a low caste Shudra can't be called a high caste Brahmin, even if he possesses all of the qualities of a Brahmin by his inheritance. He should never claim his right other than the caste in which he was born. This is an evidence of him being humble. "Stay in the back of the bus," Gandhi would have told Rosa Parks. "You should never claim a right other than the race in which you were born. It is the evidence of being humble." While preaching to Rosa Parks about humility, Gandhi would tell the vicious racists of Alabama, "Whites and Indians both come from the same Aryan stock. Don't make me sit in the back of the bus. If you want to make me sit in the middle, that's fine. But don't make me sit in the back with the blacks." Remember the dream about little black boys and little black girls joining hands with the little white boys and little white girls? What was Gandhi's dream? Before apartheid in South Africa officially segregated people into multiple groups, Africans and Indians were often put into the same group. Gandhi wanted Indians to have their own separate group. He especially wanted to keep children from mingling and mixing and playing together. In the city of Durban, there was a school where only Indian children were allowed. The Department of Education decided to open the school to let in children of some other races. So Gandhi protested. In a letter to the Minister of Education, he wrote, "We have come to know that it is the intention of the government to change the higher grade Indian school at Durban into a school for colored children generally. The decision to open the school for all colored children is unjust to the Indian community and is a departure of the assurance given to me by the then Minister of Education that the school will be reserved for Indian children only. It is only fair that the British Indians should have, in the largest town in the colony, a school reserved for them." Gandhi dreamed of apartheid. There's no statue of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. at the King Center in Atlanta, Georgia. Here in this national park, dedicated to the legacy of the champion of the American Civil Rights Movement, there is a statue of a segregationist. This statue of Gandhi has usurped the rightful place of Dr. King. Gandhi was not a part of the civil rights movement in America. Gandhi hated blacks. The dream which Gandhi worked to make a reality looked more like the apartheid of South Africa or the caste system of India. So why is this statue here? What does Gandhi have to do with America? Well, in 1988, the Indian government donated this statue as a gift. Just as Confederate statues were erected during Jim Crow, India followed suit by erecting statues of Gandhi all over the globe. Their hope is to propagate Gandhi as a man of peace, though he was active in every major war of his lifetime. This hope is in vain. The world is not convinced. The people of Africa have awakened. At the University of Ghana, students received a Gandhi statue by calling him out as the father of apartheid. They wanted the statue gone, and they won. In December of 2018, his statue was torn down. Gandhi is gone from Ghana. In Malawi, citizens went to court to halt the construction of a Gandhi statue. Local protesters asked, by accepting this statue of someone who thought Africans were subhuman, is it not telling our people that they are indeed inferior? In December 2018, the judge ruled in their favor and blocked the statue. From his early 20s until his 40s, Gandhi lived in South Africa. He made many racist remarks, but he didn't just say mean things. He actively and successfully campaigned for racial segregation. Gandhi didn't change after he left South Africa. He just shifted focus. Instead of spreading racism in South Africa, he helped spread the cause of the caste system in India. This is the whole of Gandhi's dream. He dreamt of whites being dominant in South Africa, and he worked to make it happen. He dreamt of segregation, allowing him enough room to hate comfortably. He wouldn't have dreamed of holding hands with Kafirs, as he called the natives. For those natives of South Africa, the Dalits, the Shudras, for the minorities of India, Gandhi's dream is a nightmare. Honestly, I'm glad that Gandhi has nothing to do with America. If it were up to him, the whites would be dominant. The people would be segregated. If Gandhi had met Rosa Parks, he would have told her to stay in the back of the bus. He would have told Dr. King to give up his civil disobedience and to submit to white supremacy. And he definitely wouldn't approve of me telling you the truth about the difference between these two dreams, Dr. King's dream and Mr. Gandhi's dream. This was Dr. King's dream. Those who hoped that the Negro needed to blow off steam and will now be content will be in for a rude awakening if the nation returns to business as usual. And there will be neither rest nor tranquility in America until the Negro is granted his citizenship rights. The whirlwinds of revolt will continue to shake the foundations of our nation until the bright day of justice emerges.